Oh, thank you, Quincy. I am so beyond honored to be here. I've been part of the special needs community my entire life. As a sister of a special needs woman, as the daughter of a special education teacher, as the sister of a special education teacher, and as co-founder of Eva's Heroes, I am so honored to stand here with all of you tonight celebrating the amazing work of the Global Down Syndrome Foundation. Many of you know, many of you don't. I have a sister with special needs, with intellectual disability. She doesn't have Down syndrome, but she was born at 7 months. She weighed 1 pound. She fit in my father's hand. And the doctor said she would never talk, she would never walk, and she would never have an emotion. She wouldn't laugh, she wouldn't cry. They said basically she'd be a vegetable. In that moment, my mother became an advocate. She said, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to accept that. As Lisa got older, she was about 2 years old and she laughed. And my mom cried. And when Lisa turned 6, my mom said it's time for her to go to school. And they said, well, you know, she can't go to school. She's not normal. And my mom says, oh, she's going to school. And what my mom did was she would sit in class to make sure that the teachers treated her well. Not the kids, the teachers. And so my sister was in 1st grade, and my mom went to school every day with her. She went to 2nd grade, and my mom went every day to school with her. 3rd grade, the school said, do you want to be a teacher? You're here every day. And she became a teacher's aide, and then she became a teacher's assistant, then she became a teacher, and then she taught other teachers how to be teachers. So she's amazing. But really, my sister is the light of our family. She is 53 today, has a job, lives alone. Yeah, has a boyfriend, has many boyfriends. It's actually, it's a problem. And she always tells the truth. She has this veil of honesty that is refreshing and sometimes annoying. When I introduced her to my husband now, when he was my boyfriend, I said, Lisa, I want to introduce you to my boyfriend. She said, another one? I said, okay, you don't need to talk anymore to him. But she's taught me many things. And the one thing she taught me in my life was compassion. You see, when Lisa was in high school, her school shut down, the special needs school shut down, and so all the kids had to be integrated into mainstream high schools. And we wanted her to have a normal experience as possible. She was on the basketball team, she was a cheerleader, and so in her senior year, my mom bought her a Letterman jacket. Well, she came home one day, and someone had stolen her Letterman jacket. And I remember, I was 11, I was very young, but I remember being very mad, thinking, who would steal an intellectually disabled kid's jacket? Like, who would do that to her? And I said, Lisa, do you know who stole your jacket? She said, someone who must have been cold. She had no anger. She was just very happy that somebody was warm with her jacket. So as she got older, she graduated from high school, but as many of you know or will come to realize, there's not a lot after high school for kids with Down syndrome or kids with intellectual disabilities. They don't go off to college like everybody else. So what happened with my sister was she would go to an adult daycare, and she was regressing and she wasn't stimulated, and so I saw a need in the community for kids and young adults after high school. What happens now with their lives? How do we continue to keep them motivated and inspired and engaged in society? And that's when we created Eva's Heroes, which started as an after-school program, and then we started doing monthly activities. Now we're year-round. We help 2,000 families in Texas. It's great. But we wanted to enrich their lives, and we do that by making sure they interact with not only their peers, but others. We want them to grow, we want them to learn, and we do this all with love. And that's the basis of Eva's Heroes. And I named it Eva's Heroes because Lisa was my hero growing up, and I knew that every other family had a hero as well. And that's why we call them Eva's Heroes. So I thank you for this award. My dream was to have an organization that helped the special needs community, and it would not have come true if it wasn't for people like you. We do our fundraiser in San Antonio. We do these tiny, this is huge, but we do a tiny one. And we can't do it without you. So I thank you for lending your support, your voice, and your dollars to not only tonight, but year-round. And I want to thank Quincy for this award, and thank you, Mr. C, for everything. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you.